So you thinking about moving to Bellingham, Washington, and more specifically the Maple Falls, Kendall area? Well, in this video, as usual, I'm going to take you around, show you a few other neighborhoods, different price points to see what might fit into your budget. But right now we're at Silver Lake, which is one of the main recreational areas in the Maple Falls, Kendall area. A lot of people come out here to camp, fish, spend time with the family. There's a lot of hiking trails as usual. We're very close to the Canadian border, but you can see people here enjoying some fishing, rowboating, paddle boating, pedal boats. There's no gasoline engines allowed on Silver Lake, which is nice because there are cabins and nice recreational properties and they want to keep the noise levels down. No water skiing on this lake. You'd have to head out to Lake Whatcom. But yeah, I encourage you to stick around to the end of this video where I'm going to do some more touring of the area, show you some of the cool spots that people hang out. In the meantime, let's get after it. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, and working, as well as the good and bad about the Bellingham and more specifically Maple Falls and Kendall area, then subscribe below and tap the bell icon for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Maple Falls and Kendall. My name is Dale Servicek and I'm with the Living in Bellingham, Washington team. And every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, and we love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. The info's in the description below, and we'll help you make that smooth move to the Maple Falls, Kendall area. So here we are at 6221 Limerick Way in the Maple Falls, Kendall area. This is a brand new construction built in 2022, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,116 square feet, coming in at a price of $359,000. It's a nice new construction home on a very large quarter-acre lot sitting here on a cul-de-sac. The garage is completely finished and insulated, which is nice because you could use that as some more living space if you wanted. It's got front and rear patios on a green belt, all stainless steel appliances, and you can see there's a lot of parking here as well. A good example of a new construction. This gives you a good idea of how prices are significantly lower than in the Bellingham, Washington area. You know, this house, if this was in Bellingham, this would be probably about a $550,000 house. So if you want to save a couple $100,000 and you're okay with that 45-minute or so drive down Highway 542 into Bellingham, this is a great example of getting into a nice new house in the Maple Falls, Kendall area. So let's head off to the next property. So here we are at 8610 Old Town Road. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house coming in at $2,501 on the square footage, and this was fairly recently built in 2006, coming in at $749,000. This is an example of one of the higher end properties in the Maple Falls, Kendall area. This is a nice corner lot, pushing 2 acres with pretty much mountain views all around. It's a really nice example. Got custom cabinets, nice vaulted ceilings. There's a partially enclosed deck on the back, which is really nice. It's also a bit of a hobby farm with a chicken coop, a nice dog run that's 8x24. And this actually could potentially have a second home built right over here. We'd have to do some research with the county, or you could put a shop over here as well. Again, this is a newer area of the Maple Falls, Kendall area. It's got some pretty nice homes. If you go around the corner here, it's a pretty quiet dead-end street with some magnificent homes. Like I said, pushing 80 to 900,000. So very quiet back here, and a good example of the price ranges that you'll find out here. Again, this house in the Bellingham area, this would probably be about 1.3 million. So again, a good example of the value you can get out here in the Maple Falls, Kendall area. So let's head on to the next place. We're at 6281 Spruce Court, and this is a 1-bedroom, 3/4 bath property coming in at a whopping 432 square feet. Built in 1974, this property is only going to set you back about $170,000, which isn't bad considering it also includes a second lot over here. You can see to give you a nice buffer. You don't have to worry about anyone building next to you. It'd be a good spot for maybe setting up a fire pit, maybe doing some camping if you don't feel like going too far to camp. It's a great property. It's on a cul-de-sac. It's got a fenced yard. You can keep the dog in. Also, you'll notice back here, there's a couple outbuildings. One of them is insulated, so you can keep bikes and stuff in there that aren't going to get corroded. And one last thing I wanted to mention about all these properties in the Maple Falls, Kendall areas, we're still relatively close to the Mount Baker Ski Resort. So these are all options. If you live out of the area and you don't want to drive all the way back to Seattle or Bellingham or Vancouver, British Columbia, you can be down here after a hard day on the slopes, just after about 20 minutes. So hopefully this gives you a good idea of the range of properties, all just within about a 5-minute drive. I mean, we went everywhere from $170,000 right here all the way up to $700,000 to $800,000. So again, if you have any questions about these properties, my information is in the description below. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Talk to you later.